Hey guys, I want to do a video about body armor, soft body armor in particular. I've had a lot of PMs from guys asking questions about body armor, what type of body armor we wear at this department, threat levels, things like that. Just going to do a quick video. I'm not an expert as far as body armor goes. I'll show you 3 examples here and explain to you roughly about their stopping capabilities. Starting down here on this end, this is a second chance. It's a level 2A, which is the minimum for soft body armor. I think there may have been a level 1 at one time, or you don't see it, and the NIJ, they don't recognize it in their standards. But this would be the minimum as far as soft body armor goes. This is level 2A. This vest right here, like I said, is by second chance. And then right here, this vest right here is by Matrix. It's actually a level 2, so it's a step up from the level 2A vest. And then finally over here, this is a level 3A vest. This one's by Safariland. This is actually the current vest that I wear every day, and it's issued by our department. Good vest. I would say it's as far as soft body armor goes, it's about as good as you're going to do. Of course, there's level 4, level 5 armor, but that you start dealing with ceramic plates and steel plates, and not practical for day-to-day use. That stuff like our SWAT guys use on for entries and things of that nature. But anyways, just taking a quick look at these 3. This second chance vest here, this isn't actually mine. Now, when I started there in '95, I was issued a second chance vest, very similar to this one, same threat level anyways, 2A. Except mine had side panels on it, and you can see this one doesn't have any side panels. It's just a front and back panel, as opposed to these here where they have, like the Matrix here has the side panel, and then my Safariland has side panels as well, which wrap around and give you pretty good protection on your side. The level 2A vest down here by second chance, generally it defeats rounds like what it's designed to do is defeat like 22 long rifle, 22 Magnum, 32 long 32 ACP, that kind of stuff, 380s, 38 special, 9mm, some of the slower, heavier rounds, 9mm. We used to carry the 147 grain Hydra-Shoks, stuff like that, the slower, bigger rounds. Same with, it'll stop some 357 rounds, some of the slower ones, less velocity. 40 caliber Smith & Wesson, even some slower 10mm, 41 Magnum, and even, I believe, some 44 Magnum rounds also. But like I said, we're talking about the low-end spectrum of those rounds. And the 45 Long Colt and the 45 ACP, of course, and 12-gauge double-aught buck. So it covers quite a spectrum there. But like I say, most of those rounds, the hotter rounds like the 10mm and the 44 Magnums, we're talking really soft pointed rounds, the lower of the velocities. The next vest here, this was actually mine. It was mine prior to getting my current Safariland. This was by Matrix. It's a good vest. It's a level 2. It's a step up from the one I was issued, the level 2A that I got when I first started. But anyway, this one's level 2. It covers all the rounds that I mentioned from the second chance vest over here. But in addition, it defeats some of the higher velocity 9mm rounds, 357, 10mm, 41 Magnum, 44 Magnum, those kind of rounds. The jacketed hollow points, just the higher velocity rounds. And then my Safariland 3A, which is what I'm currently using, I wear every day. Very good vest, excellent coverage, side coverage is excellent on this vest, fairly comfortable. A little bit thicker than the other 2, but adds more protection. And this one is pretty much all the handgun rounds. It's capable of stopping as far as the 9mm, the really light 115 grain, those up that are pushing 1,500 feet a second. This is supposed to stop those. The 44 Magnum round out of a carbine, 18, 20-inch barrel. This is supposed to stop it. And the 357 SIG. This vest is designed to stop that round as well, and 12-gauge slugs, 1-ounce rifled slugs. I don't know if I'd want to be on the receiving end of it. The blunt force trauma alone would probably cause some major damage, and we'll go into that here in a little bit anyways. But and even there's a little nasty round out there, the 7.62 Tokarev round. That 7.62 by 25 round, that Soviet round, that is a nasty little round. But this vest right here is designed to stop that round, whereas these two vests here, which I have worn on duty, will not. It generally will not stop the 7.62 Tokarev round. So, anyways, that's just a little bit about the ballistics, their stopping capabilities, things like that. I just want to show you something right quick. There's actually, if you can see on this one here, there's a pocket here on the front. There's one on this one as well, but it's more internal. And this one here has a pocket on the front. And these are designed for trauma, what they call trauma plates, trauma whatever. I got a couple right here, for example. They got some soft ones. It's basically just a piece of Kevlar that you insert here in the front. Gives you a little added protection and reduces the blunt force trauma of getting hit with a round. It may not penetrate the vest, but it could cause a lot of internal injuries. Could do a lot of damage even without penetrating. So this what these are designed for, to absorb some of that impact, some of that shock. And as you can see, this is a soft Kevlar, and then I have another insert over here that's a K30 insert by Second Chance. It's actually a piece of steel. It's kind of wrapped in like a fiber, some kind of Kevlar fiber, but it's actually a piece of steel. And this plate, when it's inserted in the front of the vest here, it's designed, it can stop, I believe, I don't know if you can read it, my camera quality is pretty poor, but a 7.62 .33 ball, which is the .30 carbine. It's supposed to stop that. Rifled slugs as well. If you put this in one of those lower end vests over there, it should stop the rifled slugs. 44 Magnum out of a carbine, 9mm, really hot steel jacketed armor piercing rounds, which are illegal. You're not going to see a lot of those around anywhere, but this plate's designed to stop that. And like I say, and I actually wear this, I use a plate like this as well as the soft plate in conjunction with my vest. They fit right in the front pocket there, so gives you a little added protection there in the center. Every little bit counts. I mean, matter of fact, I got a funny story. It was actually this vest. This vest here has a plate in it as well. I had a intoxicated female one time, I believe it was around the 4th of July many years ago, take a swing at me. She punched me in the chest and broke a bone in her hand. Didn't realize had some body armor here. But anyway, it's a funny story. I tell you what, just side note, there's nothing meaner than a drunk female. I tell you that from years of experience. They get liquored up. Some of them I'd rather deal with a man any day than a wild drunk female, but that's a story for another video. But anyways, this is just a quick look at these vests. Those standards, the rounds, what I was telling you about, what they're designed to stop, those are set forth by the NIJ. I believe it's National Institute of Justice. I think they're actually a division of the Department of Justice. They do all the testing and decide, the ballistic capabilities of each vest, and they do some, under controlled testing, ideal conditions. So anyways, now there are other vests out on, now our agency has tested some vests recently. These are just ballistic vests. These are designed for handgun ammunition. They have no stab resistant capabilities, I guess, for knives, picks, whatever. They'll cut right through these. It's not going to give you any protection. Maybe a slashing, but not a stabbing. A knife will go right through these. We have been looking at recently some vests that have the capability of stopping handgun rounds as well as stabbing attacks. I think they're a little more expensive, but they're trying them out. They're basically for maybe our deputies that work in the jail for protection against shanks, homemade knives, things like that. They're not as predominant here in America. I know you see more of those over in the UK, European countries. They're more into that, I guess, because maybe less handguns and more knife attacks. I'm not really sure, but they're more predominant in the European countries than they are here in America. So, but that's just a quick look at the body armor. I like to say I'm no expert. I may have forgotten to mention something. If I was wrong on any of my data points, please let me know, and if I remember something at a later time, I'll annotate it. But I'm actually going to do probably in the next week or so, do a, I guess a body armor torture test per se. This vest here, like I say, it wasn't ever issued to me. It's kind of small. It may have been a female or smaller male's vest. It doesn't have the side panels, but I'm actually going to take this vest and do a little ballistic testing. I mean, like I say, it's not going to be to the NIJ standards. It's just going to be for your information and mine. Just something fun to do. See, just knowing that I wore this level of protection one time, I just want to see what some various rounds might do to it. I'll probably start with 22 long rifle and probably shoot some, I imagine some 380s, 38 special, maybe, and definitely some 9mm, some 40 Smith & Wesson, maybe the current round we carry now, and some 45 ACP, and I'm probably going to go ahead and do some 44 Magnum as well. I don't have a 44 Magnum revolver. I have a Marlin 1894 rather, something like that. I'm sorry, I forget, but I have a carbine that shoots that the 44 Magnum round. We may try that as well as some double aught buck and just see how it stands up to the punishment. I don't think these are really designed for multiple hits, but we'll put it to the test, a little torture test, and see how well it holds up. So just something fun to do. I'll probably do that later on this week. But if you have any questions about the body armor, feel free to ask. I know one thing I would say is if you're interested in purchasing body armor, go with the new stuff. I mean, a lot of people may not realize it, but body armor has a shelf life. All these tests I was referring to, all these rounds are capable of stopping are done under, this is brand new, they use brand new unissued ballistic vest. So after, like I say, they have a shelf life. Some people don't know that. Most manufacturers say 5 years, and that's with day-to-day heavy wear usage. Kind of like this one, I wear it on a daily basis. It's generally only good for about 5 years. I mean, once you introduce body perspiration, sweat, water, all kinds of elements, the ballistic capabilities begin to actually deteriorate. And this vest here is actually, I think this one was actually manufactured in 1995, so it's 15 years old. It's well out of date. I don't know how much wear and tear it got, but it's definitely expired, so I don't suspect that it will maybe not perform quite as well due to that fact. But anyways, I'll get that out at a later date, and I appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to PM me. I appreciate you watching, guys. Thank you.